Alrighty, welcome to the channel. Today we will be talking about a few time paradoxes, general time travel stuff, and time anomalies. But before we get into it, you can go ahead and throw this on your second monitor. There won't be any top tier editing, just a few picks here and there about the information covered in the video. Sit back and listen, and let's see if any of these pique your interest. Exotic matter is a fun one. It's a hypothetical form of matter that's used to explain a lot of theoretical concepts. For instance, exotic matter could be a form of matter that has negative mass, thus allowing us to travel faster than the speed of light. Exotic matter could also have negative density, which means it could be used to counteract the gravitational collapse of a wormhole, allowing us to travel through the fabric of the universe. Its existence is totally speculative, but it's fun because it could be a temporary fill-in for something we don't quite understand yet. After all, most of science appears to be magic before we fully understand it. On June 28th, 2009, the world-renowned astrophysicist Stephen Hawking hosted a party. This wasn't a normal party though. Yes, there were decorations, drinks, and snacks, but this was a party hosted specifically for future time travelers. Instead of sending out invitations weeks prior, Hawking waited until the day after to send them out. And on the invitations, he gave precise information to prevent any confusion. The party was held at Gonville and Keys College on Trinity Street at 52 degrees, 12 minutes, 21 seconds north, and 0 degrees, 7 minutes, 4.7 seconds east at 12 o'clock Universal Time on June 28th, 2009. After a few hours of waiting around, Hawking left because no one showed up. He stated that this was experimental evidence that time travel is not possible. Now, you can argue that maybe there are laws in the future that prevent people from visiting certain events in human history. Maybe the people who have access to time travel are just camera shy. After all, the Discovery Channel was there to record the event, so maybe they just forgot to shower that day, or maybe they just didn't want to be on TV. You never know. But you can't argue that the invitation to this party got lost in time due to how far-reaching it's become. I mean, technically this video is kind of an invitation too, so to all the people in the future watching this right now, thanks for the views on my first video, and I really appreciate the support. Anyways, through physical and non-physical means, this invitation will stand the test of time. Unless, of course, the Great Filter happens and we're all wiped out from existence before time travel is invented, but that's a story for another day. This one sounds cooler than what it really is, but I just figured I'd add it to the video. The expected one is a canvas painting that was created in 1860 by Ferdinand Georg Valdemar. I don't know how that's pronounced. I'm not Austrian. Not even gonna pretend to redo that. Just gonna stick with it. It depicts a young woman walking down a countryside path while staring at a small object in her hands. Now, how does this tie into the rest of the video? It's because it's been pointed out that the small object in her hands appears to be a smartphone. You can't fully make out what the object is because my guy Ferdinand wasn't painting in 4K, but it does seem to resemble a smartphone, and not to mention the woman's posture. It does kind of look like she's a Gen Zer doom scrolling while avoiding the beautiful nature surrounding her. So she's either a time-traveling tradwife or, maybe she's just holding a prayer book in her hands while she's going for a stroll. I don't know, man. This is one that I know everyone's heard of and probably has experienced before at least once in their life. The Mandela effect is an event where a massive amount of people collectively share a false memory about something or someone. For instance, the Monopoly Man, he definitely wears a monocle, right? And that Fruit of the Loom logo for sure has a cornucopia on it. Not to mention, I would bet my entire life savings on the fact that Darth Vader says,
Luke, I am your father.
This could be the result of our universe bleeding into another parallel universe where these apparent false memories are true, or it could also be a glitch in the Matrix for all we know. But at the end of the day, I think it's just proof of how unreliable human memory can be. I mean, just think about how much information we're bombarded with day in and day out. We can't even remember what we did last week. How are we supposed to accurately remember if it's the Berenstein or Berenstein Bears? Who am I kidding? It's definitely those time travelers rewriting history as a payback because Hawking didn't have those cute little sandwiches at his party. Named after the galaxy, not the critically acclaimed game that totally isn't a disgrace to the entire Mass Effect series, is actually a thought experiment in special relativity. Its purpose is to help explain how time isn't a universal constant, and just because you experience something as now doesn't mean someone else experiences the same thing as their now. Friendly reminder that now is actually a few milliseconds in the past, and time was created by humans to prevent everything from happening at once, but yeah, the Andromeda paradox gets really exacerbated with distance. For instance, two people could be standing side by side on Earth looking towards a distant planet in a distant galaxy, say the Andromeda galaxy, for example. And if person A moves away from person B while looking at the planet, the now person A is experiencing from the distant planet would be later than what person B is experiencing. Man, this is really hurting my brain right now. Albert Einstein has been gone from this plane of existence for decades by now, but his work in theoretical physics has forever changed the way we look at this universe. The neutron star theory goes hand in hand with his theory of relativity. Byproducts of supernova, neutron stars are incredibly dense collapsed cores of once massive stars. Their gravity is so intense that they're able to fuse protons and electrons together. And due to this insane amount of gravitational force, it's been theorized that time literally moves slower there, allowing you to travel through time simply by experiencing it at a slower rate than someone on Earth or somewhere else that's not affected by these intense gravitational forces. This expands to other super dense objects in the universe like black holes. Think back to the scene in Interstellar where Romilly ages faster than Coop and Brand while he's in orbit and they're stuck on the water planet. So imagine if you could survive the inhospitable habitat of a neutron star or a planet close in orbit. You would appear to age slower than someone on Earth. And depending on how strong these gravitational forces are, hours could pass on Earth for every second that passes on the star. This is a hypothetical device that uses a hypothetical particle to essentially send information back in time by traveling faster than light. And what's incredible to me is that there are real-life math equations attempting to explain this concept. A theoretical but practical use could be two people trying to communicate while one or both parties are traveling near the speed of light. Using the hypothetical particle that can travel faster than light, a tachyon, this device is able to overcome the time dilation that takes place when traveling near light speed. Now imagine the insane amount of energy needed to send something with information on it faster than light. I can't imagine this device will be getting a nano version of it anytime soon. It could also be used by someone stationary to send information back in time to their own past. Okay. So maybe the Mandela effect is actually just future you playing a prank on the current you? Question mark? Alright, I think I just broke my brain researching that last one. So let's wrap this up. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below if you're interested in anything else. I grabbed these from an iceberg I found that was created by 7STXR Squid. I'll make sure to put a link in the description if you want to check out the full thing. If this does well, I might make a video breaking down a few more on it. I mean, if only there was a way for current me to ask future me if that happens or not. Anyways, thanks and have a great day.